Welcome, my fellow Windows users. Today we are going to try
Linux.
has this thing called distros. In case you don't know, it's a bunch of ISOs you can install. The question is, which one are we going to install? Let me go ask the internet. Ubuntu. Wait up. Look at that. The site is called DistroWatch. You can find a bunch of Linux distros here. I found Ubuntu, Linux Mint, and Zorin OS. Ubuntu seems to work for a lot of beginners, so let's yoink it. To install Ubuntu, we need this and a way to put the ISO on the pen drive, so our PC will think it's the hard disk. I recently tried Ventoy and I think it's the best. So let's yoink it. Plug in your USB, open Ventoy, select the USB in Ventoy, click install, copy Ubuntu ISO to Ventoy partition, and we are done. Easy, right? Now go and search how to enter into BIOS on Google and turn off your secure boot in BIOS. Welcome to Ventoy. Now choose Ubuntu. Choose try Ubuntu or install. Wait. Boom. We are in Ubuntu. Straight to the installation wizard. Interesting. Hacks. Your choice. Installation successful. Restart Ubuntu. Hello, my name is Ubuntu. How can I help you today? Okay, Ubuntu. Today we are going to see if you are better than Windows. Not gonna lie, guys, but after that reboot from the lock screen to the home screen to opening the first application, everything just feels simple. And oh man, it's performant as hell. Everything just opens. No lags, no weird loading screens, no Microsoft Edge appearing out of nowhere like it pays my rent on the computer, no auto AI screenshot, no sneaky weather widget, and the file explorer, oh my god. I can open up a huge folder and it actually just opens. I'm not sitting here watching Windows spiritually prepare itself to display 400 files, and I could continue this all day. But wait, let me show you something. So what just happened? I turned on the computer, I see this simple login screen, and I see this beautiful and minimal desktop. I open an application and work mode activated. That's it. You may be thinking this is not revolutionary, but just use Windows for a few years. You know it's revolutionary. Obviously, I opened the browser because what else am I supposed to do? And immediately I had my first realization. Ubuntu doesn't really care that I came from Windows. It didn't say, welcome, please spend the next 6 hours learning Linux. Instead, it says, here's your computer, go. So I went, but I wasn't really interested in just using Ubuntu. I was looking for the fun stuff, customization. I'm going to have to open this thing. Guys, take a look at this. While roaming through the settings, I found this, the hot corner. It's indeed really hot. Can you see that? I can do this all day. Seriously, this is genuinely an amazing feature. Like, if it comes to productivity, it's an amazing feature. You can also scroll on this to switch between the workspaces. Guys, this is stunning. I actually want to see if I can add more workspaces. And you just saw what I did, right? Drag an application here to open it. Just like that, guys. I mean, it is stunning. So, okay, I see. I can actually spawn more workspaces once an application has occupied the last workspace available. Then a new one appears at the end. Wow. Wait, let me try this quickly. Let me go to the application menu here and let me try and drag an application to open it. That works. It works. Wow. This is actually a productivity OS, not Ubuntu. Actually, I find myself right-clicking a lot, just looking for the refresh menu, but I can't find it. Classic Windows user. So here's a problem I faced. We've got different PCs controlling different parts of the desktop. One, team, this one, how this place looks, how applications look, how my file manager looks. Then icons. You can see clearly here how the icons here look, how the icons at the top here look, how this looks. And fonts, you know that Microsoft Word font. Shell styling, this one, the Mr. Terminal. How much do you want to style this thing? And extensions. Oh, that's the fun part. You can install extensions and you can do a lot. It just modifies the desktop. And also the applications. We have different set of applications like GTK 3 application, GTK 4 application, Qt application. Yeah, we can also kind of modify that. And once you understand that, you stop thinking which theme should I download and you start thinking, how do I want this desktop to look? So let's think, how do I want this desktop to look? I want it to look like this. See you in part 2. You should be there.